Hello and welcome, my name is Carola, and in today's video I want to talk about why I wasn't on YouTube for almost all of 2023. I started my YouTube channel in 2018, and while I'm not very successful, it was always fun and I always found the time to edit videos and post them. Maybe not every week, but regularly. And then for some reason, it just became very difficult. And I believe it started end of 2022 or beginning of 2023. Actually, that coincides completely with me moving to a new place. At first, that was a really good explanation. I had to do stuff for the home, so I didn't have time to film or edit. But it got harder and harder, and I got so frustrated. I had filmed a few videos, but I never found time to edit them. And I also felt very sorry for the people I filmed the videos with. For example, my friend Kyla, she had waited for this video since beginning of spring. As you might have noticed, I started posting again, and there's another explanation for that. So after seeing this issue for a while, I asked a friend who's a coach to sit down with me and to go through all the reasons why I'm not uploading right now. First of all, there was the language class. I had an Irish class every Monday that I was going to, and that took away all of the Monday. Then I had broken my foot in August 2022. And then I wore a boot for a while. When I started physiotherapy, actually, at first it got better, but then at some point there was new pain. There was pain in a place where it hadn't broken. And it turned out that I got like a heel spur. So like a calcification in the heel. Probably because I hadn't put any weight on my foot for 6 weeks. So I was with a physiotherapist at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. In 2018, when I started the videos, I was relatively new in Paris, so I only had a small circle of friends, and suddenly over time that became bigger. So there were times when I was meeting friends instead of filming or editing. I managed to film a little bit with friends, but then I felt guilty because I never got around editing the videos. And I was joining more and more knitting meetings as well, so one of the weekend days was usually planned for that. We looked at everything that I could produce, and then we made a plan of me having at least 3 days during the week where I would sit down and edit. But by the time I had the next coaching session, nothing had changed. I thought I could edit at least one thing, but by the time the next coaching session arrived, I hadn't done any of that. And so we looked even deeper into the times of what am I doing when I'm not editing and the times when I used to edit. And I realized we hadn't taken into account everything. For example, I had become admin of an expat group, and that group went from 3,000 people to 10,000 people, and so more issues than before. So the issues increased, and I spent more time messaging people or discussing if something should be validated or not. And actually the group had started to stress me out. I was feeling overwhelmed, and it was taking up a lot of my energy. So I decided I needed to quit that as well. And then we came to the realization that because I moved, I wasn't sleeping in my old bed anymore, and the old bed was 1.60 meters, and there was enough space to put my laptop next to me, so I would watch videos via the laptop, then I would fall asleep. And then anytime I would wake up in the middle of the night, I would edit a little bit of the video, and then maybe in the morning, if I wake up at 6, but I only have to get up at 7, I would edit 1 more hour. And those were actually the hours that were missing, because I have 2 fold-out couches in my new apartment. One is 70 centimeters of sleep space, and then the other is 1.20 meters. And I would usually sleep in the smaller one. I like the mattress more. But I wouldn't put my computer next to me. So in order to edit in the new apartment, I would have to fold out my table, set up everything, probably get dressed, because then you wouldn't be in the cozy bed. And that took up time that I wasn't doing that. And that was an effort that I wasn't doing. So instead of taking my laptop into bed, I would take my phone, and of course I wouldn't edit on the phone. And so that was the real reason why I could never find time to edit. And it's such an absurd reason. And even if I was staying in the other bed, the cable that went from the socket to the computer wasn't long enough to put it right next to my face. And so if I had the computer there, it would be further down. And that wasn't comfortable to edit in. So instead of editing, I would watch things. That is such a ridiculous thing and such an easy change, and it actually shouldn't influence my life, but it completely did. So I actually just bought a longer cable, and I also changed where my head is, so now I'm sleeping closer to the socket. Voila, I started editing again, and all the videos are coming out nicely. I'm almost done with the backlog, so that's why I'm sitting here in the rain and filming. Actually, there was a storm warning, so the park is closed, so I'm actually sitting outside of the park, which is not where I planned to be, but hey, here we are. So by now, I think I reduced all the options, all the things that stop me from being productive on YouTube. So let's see how that goes. Can you please let me know which of the videos that I recently put out do you like most? Because I really want to go in a new direction. I have a new goal. I want to go to 2024 subscribers in 2024. And in order to do that, I need to find videos that actually make people subscribe. And I haven't really found that. See you next time. Bye.